And hello everyone, welcome back to another C++ tutorial. So in the previous tutorial we talked about random numbers. In this tutorial we're going to be talking about something completely different. We're going to be talking about custom namespaces. Now what is a namespace, you might ask? Well, this right here, that is the std namespace. That's why you can say using namespace std, and that allows you to remove the std namespace like that. Now the reason namespaces exist in C++ is because different libraries may include the same function, and we can kind of determine which function we're trying to access by specifying the namespace. Because we might have a library called compute, and compute might also have a cout option, a cout function. Now, how will we know, or how will C++ know to use the cout of IOStream or the cout of compute? Well, by giving the namespace. std means it's in the standard library. So let's create your own namespace. I feel like that will make things a lot simpler to understand. So creating your own namespace is pretty simple. So here it even autocompletes for us. I'm going to call this stuffs. So this namespace stuffs is basically like std. It's just a different word. So let's say we have a function in here and we call it sum. Sum will return an integer, and let's say it takes in the int x and the int y. Now here we can return x plus y. Simple as that. Very, very simple. If we want to use this sum right here, we have to go down here and we have to, let's say we want to do the sum here. We have to specify stuffs, colon, and as you can see it autocompletes sum. Because now we're accessing the sum variable inside of the stuffs namespace. So we can go 10 and 9 and this will work perfectly fine. If I were to run this, we get 19 because 10 plus 9 is 19. And we can do the same thing as what we would do with std, and we can say using namespace stuffs. And that means we don't have to specify stuffs here anymore. So we can do the same thing. If we run it, it will still work. So namespace is basically just to say, hey, this function is part of this namespace. So when we call this function, call it from this namespace right here. So this would be from the standard library, and this would be from stuffs. Let's do another example. Let's say we return an integer, and this function is called cout, so like console output. And now here we take in a string, and we can call it num for number. Now we just want to return the integer of that number, or that string. So we can say return, and it doesn't have to be such a small value, or such a small function. You can make it a pretty complex function. This is just to kind of give you an example. And we can say std colon string to int. So stoy or s2i is a function in the standard library that converts a string into a number, an integer. So we can pass in num. So now this function will return an integer because we told it to return an integer. Now here we can say stuffs colon cout, and here we can say 12. There we go. Now if we run this, it will work perfectly fine. But this is actually a number now, that 12 that gets returned. So we can say 12 plus 9. That will work perfectly fine because 12 is in fact a number right now. This is also good to show you that you can still use the standard library inside of your own. You can still use other libraries within your own namespace. So this std namespace can be used inside of here. So yeah, that's the basics of creating your own namespace. This also kind of explains what namespaces are, because now there are two couts. If we were to say, using namespace, namespace std, and I don't know if this will work, stuffs, I might have to split this up into two. Yeah, I might have to split it up into two, okay. And stuffs, if you were to do this, and then remove these, now we're getting a problem, because C++ isn't sure which cout to use. So here it says, hey, cout is ambiguous. And here we say, it's ambiguous, because there is a cout right there. Whilst in the context that this seems pretty simple, like, hey, this cout, not only does it have brackets instead of these things right here, you can actually plus with it. But to C++, that doesn't make sense. So that is why we always say, don't say using namespace with anything. Unless it's a really long namespace that you really don't want to type, and you're going to use a lot of those functions inside of it, don't do this. So rather do that. Or instead say using and then std cout. So this means if we specify a cout, this guy see like that, then we specify this cout. So std cout. Meaning this would be an invalid form of it, because cout cannot be represented like this. That forces us to say stuffs : cout, because that means we should specify which cout to use. That's why if you want to remove yourself from having to type out a namespace, specify specifically what you don't want to do. So maybe you don't want to do endal either, so endal. That means you can now do that, and it's perfectly fine. But this cout should still have this, because you can't really say, okay, using, and let's go stuffs. If you do that, and we go back to this, it's going to be the same problem all over again. But this time, it's going to take this cout. If we hover over this, it's going to take the second cout. Not the first, but the second. So yeah, that's the basics of namespaces as well as creating your own. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again in the next C++ tutorial.